So hello guys, it's me Disaster. So this will be a answer video, if you will, sorry. So today at the morning I had a talk with Nemesis. Well, before I start, I will show you guys what he said on the 4th of January, as you guys can see here, 4th of January. And this is Nemesis from Nemesis Gaming. You guys can see mutual server Nemesis Gaming, and if I go to Nemesis Gaming, it's his owner. So yeah, he said, yeah, Marshall Peak, I will quit it. I found out I made a lot of mistake and that I was too lazy to go back. I even pointed out what mistakes he did and how he improved. I am by no means the best translator. That title always belongs to Alan, the beast, if you may say about translators. No one will ever be like him. Alan was one and only, and it will be staying like that. He was the legend of our Scanlation industry. But as you guys like now, for viewers, most of them I got criticized by a lot of the viewers, like you guys can see here. And to drive a point here, did ask you to explain your point, but did you? What point is he talking about? I have no fucking idea. I said that this is a YouTube list or because you started, but he is new, you got to give him a little leeway here. Plus, good luck trying to strike other 20 of the. They are not messing with me. They didn't even told me they will quit it. They didn't even tell me like they didn't even like came to my Discord server and advertise and stuff. But he did. I do not have proof of that because I have to go back on history but lot. But you can ask him himself. He will say when Nemesis Gaming was first and nobody knew him, he used to come into my Discord server, and whenever he uploads, he used to like post it on the Discord server, and I even allowed it. Even on my YouTube videos, I allowed that too. That was not the point. For he what he wrote, he said my series. I never told him that. For instance, here is the conversation I had with him. If like that's what he says. Second and third bubble, how did you come up with that? That's a mistake he did in Apotheosis, I fixed it, but I was just telling him about that. Somebody just told me, I messaged him, or somebody just told me I didn't knew that you sniped me in 3 of the series I do. Which ones? GOMA, RP, Marshall Peak. I do not mind which player since I can't update it. That's like, that's my in quickly, but update it as quickly as possible. But God of Martial Arts, he's like GOMA, I'm a God of Martial Arts, and like I was doing long before you started. You didn't even have website when I started, and only manga lovers was doing it on YouTube when I started. That's what he says. Then I gave him proof. Your first chapter started 106.3 on March 2, mine on February, and what are you even saying? Then I corrected myself. Oh, I found 106 on February 24, but it's still 2 weeks after I did the series, and that's the first one. So how come you started long before me? Like, well, I did not check your website. I looked on YouTube, and there was 3 Indonesian and 1 English, and that's not an excuse. I'm getting scraped content because of that. I never told him like I want to sue him or strike him. Like, man, you took Marshall Creek from me. Are you really living, not living and living? That alright, leaving anything from me? If you keep doing this kind of thing, and my if you doing this kind of thing, I mean sniping. He is going to snipe every other translator, every other scanlation group, and the series, and that's how one shot scans got shut down. If you want one guy, one player in the whole industry doing everything and not respecting the unspoken rule of the scanlation industry, like I don't release after him. It's just I do not release it on YouTube because I personally feel reading like this is way better than reading like that. I do not have to scroll through a chapter just to read it. I can just read it like that with my scroll wheel. It's way more efficient and easier to do. So why the hell should I go there and read like that? Like it's literally way more easier to do, like reading like that instead of going to YouTube and sweeping. I upload on this martialscans.com, and yes, somebody in the comment section, what the hell is it? Never mind. I need to go to community and see there. Let's see if I can find his comment here. It's not in this one. Is it on this one? I didn't zoom out, guys. I just took the whole screenshot as it showed me. If some people are wondering, he is much faster than you. He's faster than I'm like, dude. Last chapter you uploaded was 563. What? Let me check. Marshall Peak 563. He said 563. 31st May, and today is June 10th, and I uploaded the last chapter like 10 hours ago when it got released, like after 2 hours after it got released in Ross. I don't know what that guy was saying, but alright. If you guys do not believe me, here is the latest chapter. Here, this is the latest chapter I released like 10 hours ago. You guys can literally see when I release it. It shows the date it was released. Alright, so that takes care of it. And then after I told him, like, oh, I said, like, already being done by others without us. Like, I told him, if you keep doing this kind of thing, taking the series that already has a good update rate, like, I'm not updating slowly. I'm updating faster than him, in fact. And for God of Martial Arts, yes, I updated slower than him. Like, I was 15 minutes behind him because my proofreader was not here at that moment. I can't expect someone to be on my beck and call. I translate it, he proofreads it, and then I types it and release it. So yeah, I will have to contact Quick Comics, and you came after us. We didn't took anything from you. Like, I'm replying to this. We didn't took anything from you. You are just taking the series that is already being done by others without asking them. If it had a slow speed, I can understand. By slow speed, I mean slow update speed. I can understand. But when I was updating slowly, when was I updating slowly, my question? Like 5-10 minutes later, that's because my TL goes through PR while you have a different person TL it for you. Then he asked if I did. I asked Reaper scan before taking which player, and I did. I still have the screenshot of announcement in my Discord if I can just find it. Even doing Heavenly Jewel change, I asked Nimbus scans, and we are collaborating right now. You guys can see we are doing with it with Nimbus scans. Is up on the side. Bot will announce it when it checks the feed. Where is Helix? Well, I do not remember. Oh, that was Sleepy. Never mind. It is. Well, never mind that. I will just. Fuck, Helix, where are you? Yeah, here it is. Here it is, Helix. Hello, I DM'd you because there's been a release of Reach, there hasn't been a release of Reach Chapter. So I was wondering if you guys have dropped it, the series, and if so, now then it will. Is it alright with you if we scanlet the series? He replied, "Yep, we'll be dropping it on 35." And we picked up. After that, we asked him. even with Heavenly Jewel Change and other series as we do on the website, we asked, and that's a unspoken rule of Scanlation industry. Do you guys know what happened? Like, read this comment. If you get for the community of people who are like following this and saying that you should like stop it, because you should read this guy's comment. What the hell is it? I can't find it again. Read it. It's an unspoken rule to never snipe people. People keep breaking the, and due to this, many Scanlation group that died. If you guys are supporting this kind of behavior from anyone, doesn't matter. Like if you are supporting it, if the the upload rate was really slow, or like it had like 4 or 5 chapters like behind the others, or like it's updating one per week, but it's not. It's going with the raws, and I'm updating as soon as the fucking raw comes out. Like in like there is an interval of 2 to 3 hours. Like not even 2 to 3 hours. It's 1 to 1.5 hours. Like it takes like I just wait 1 hour before announcing because of the website cache. It shows to some people, and some people who are running the website on older cache, it doesn't show. So that's why I just announce it a little later. And if you guys do not know, that's one of the reason you made one of like not you guys, like that made one of the best scans ever shut down, and that's one shot scans. If you guys haven't read their announcements, I like this is the announcement. TLDR, we are dead, this is goodbye. And made on 5th 8th May. Just to clarify a few questions, does this group still Scanlet? No, we are officially dead. Why did we quit? Many reasons. Scanlation is boring, doing the same thing over and over, but we have had staff problem ever since inception of this group. We went through this is normal boring stuff. Scanlation turned out from a fandom to a for profit competitive industry, and that's what it's happening. He is sniping those series because he wants view, not because he loves them. And that's why in every fucking announcement he makes, he bitches about money. Like you are doing this because you love it and you wanna provide it, not because you want money. You can get out of like you can get money. Like yeah, I ask for money too. Like you have human has like you can ask for money. But it's not like you are going to talk about money in every announcement you do. And I never told, as I've shown you guys, I have never told like that was my series, never. And he even took down the community post he made. That's just a cheap trick to gain public sympathy. And if you guys actually are fool enough to provide with them, this will happen sometime very soon. What he said, like Scanlation turned from a fandom to a for-profit competitive industry. Websites like webcomics, MangaToon, Quindan, WebNovel, and Utopia Wuxia World are killing the community by buying license to every manga they can get their hands on, and then locking it behind a paywall. Give it a year or two and you will have to pay for coins on every manga. And you know what's the reason for it? You guys never asked question, why did it suddenly happening? It's because the author got pissed because like there are multiple groups, even the groups who do not know how to properly translate a manhwa did it. Even I did it at first point, and I really regret doing that. And they started to look for they when they started, even the improper translations had thousands of views, and they can make money out of it. Like they have every right to do that because they are the ones who work for it, and we are just taking their work, translating it for free, and denying their own fucking revenue. If we take all the money from the work they did, we are just translating his words. There's nothing much to it. We are just translating its words. As hard as it may sound, or be, the credit is not with us. It's with the guy who wrote, who had the mindset to write the story, who drew the artwork. And if we like, for personally, Whenever WeChat doesn't accept my card, because WeChat is a Chinese and I'm not a Chinese person, it sometimes doesn't accept my card, and people in my Discord know about it. I do fucking get RAWs from other sources, but I provide however much I can to the authors and the artist, because without them we wouldn't be making the money we were making. Correct me if I'm telling wrong, but if all of you guys reading the chapter, how many of you have ever thought about supporting the actual authors they do? And when people try to do that, you guys just go and ball sack and say like, you are doing this, you are doing that. Yes, I signed a contract with them, but you know, because why? Because I have to send them a cut, and that goes to the author, and that way the author can keep providing us with better series. And if you guys wanna compare quality, I never wanted to do that, but if you guys wanna compare quality, here at the end, all the young family partridges come here. That's wrong information, because the lights guy who offered himself to young Kai for like to the solitary golden eye, he was the grand elder of the young family, not a partridge. To record their life experience, really? That is floating souls, their spirit power, and they have consciousness. They are not recording anything. They are trapping their souls inside that and wait for next generation to come and learn. No, the next generation comes and absorbs their experience that removes that soul from fucking existence. How the hell is it a correct description? Sorry if I'm being a little hyper. And you know why I take much more time? Because love sites like this, they take my work. You can see I'm the translator, and this is my site. Marshall scans. Marshall scans. Look at the translations. If an immortal ascension boundary master of young family realizes that their lifespan is coming to an end, they will come to the Soul Foundation temple. That way, they preserve their life experiences so that the children of the next generation may learn from them. At their end, well, I will assume it's at when they die. All the young family partridge come here, like on their own. They may die on a fucking battlefield. How will their soul come here? If they realize they are about to die, then they come here and seal their soul. If you are dead, your soul can't be sealed anymore. Well, that's wrong information again, comparing quality. Well, that's all it. And there are people who just told me weird shit that I had no idea why they told me that, and they're like, be sure to report and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell are they even saying? And one guy, especially, I am not going to tell his name, was bitching about it a lot. Even Nemesis, the Nemesis Gaming its leader, he admits that he was in the wrong, and he removed the post. But you guys can't let go. The viewers of Nemesis scans, or maybe disaster scans or Marshall scans, if you are telling me like that. And for the guy, you cannot blame people to support that website, because I read from your disaster in YouTube. Read from your disaster in YouTube? What the fuck does that mean? But some of the episodes are missing. dissdrscans.com. That's also my website, by the way. We are transferring all this chapter to Marshall Scans, and this website will shut down very soon. Which chapter is missing? I'm sorry. From 145 to 550. Every chapter is present here. And from 550 here to the latest chapter 573, everything is present. What the hell do you mean, so I have some missing chapters? Like that's just accusing someone without knowing what you actually saying. What and to drive a point here, all right? I guess that makes sense. But he did ask you to explain your point. By he, I guess you mean Nemesis, and I do not know what point he wanted me to explain. But all right. I see in there. This is YouTube list or yours becoming you started first. He's new and got to give him little leeway here. Plus, good luck trying to strike down. All right. When I took God of Martial Arts, because it has a good what do you call it? Good rate for translation releases, like translated chapter releases in a constant pace. When the ROS came out, when I took it, it was the same. So before I took it, I asked the guy who was doing it on the web for a long time. His group was known by Goma Edits, and you can see the last chapter he did. He said he had some problems, and in the meantime he wasn't here. I did the chapters, and I did a good job, and he will be leaving the God of Martial Arts in my care. It's not like I just came out of nowhere and sniped him. For Martial Peak, I admit I did, and people wanted me to, because it had buttload of chapters, and Ninja Scans was releasing at very low place. That's why for Rich Player it has a buttload of chapters, and I'm releasing at a very slow pace. That's why I told him, you can release Rich Player, I do not care, because I can't release at a pace you are doing right now. I do not have the manpower. For some reason I translate all the series you see on my website. With Nimbus Scans, I translate Heavenly Jewel Change and Heavenly God Mnemonic. And with Non-Stop Scans, I translate Reborn 80,000 Years. And with Heroes Manhwa, I'm translating Apotheosis, and I have my own series that are like 6 or 7. And I am the sole translator. So there is a lot of work to be done, and limited time. And with this corona shit, I have to do a lot just to I live in a really backdated country. It's the problem is not about money, the problem is not about anything, its problem is about availability. There is food here, but it's hella expensive, and if you want it in a reasonable price, you have to stand in a queue that will take you literal hours. And then I'm the only person in my house who can get supplies and stuff with everything that's needs and daily needs and stuff. So I need to go out, do stuff and other things. I also need some personal time, like not personal time to be honest, like time to enjoy myself, like watch a movie, listen to music, do stupid stuff, or play games, just to get my mind out and get fresh. If you do something for 9 hours straight, it will burn you out without taking a break. Even in offices, you have a break for 1 hour and like 45 minutes to 1 hour, or sometimes 2 hours. So I need a break. And one chapter takes like multiple people and more than 2 hours to make properly. So how many do you think I can do? I can do per day. Like I have literally 2 chapters done of dominate the 3 rams in work updates. But since yeah, here's my best proofreader, Tinik. He's working on it. He will be done in a couple of hours. There are 2 chapters. I posted it yesterday, but he didn't have time because he has work, his IRL work. He has a family he need to take care of. So everybody has that. He does it in his free time, and I am valuing quality over quantity because people are not stealing our people are aggregating the stuff. It's getting put on in multiple sites and millions of people are seeing it. So I can't provide half-assed content, right? But my content represents my group, and that's why they reached out to me. That's why even a game reached out to me to be their sponsor. Well, I announced it already, so that's no secret. You guys, what you need to do is stay true to the policy, not staying true to whoever gives you the fastest upload. Like I know it feels good to get the upload really quick, but you know in the long run it's hurting the fucking community you are so proud of. Like, would you like to see in a couple of years what Lupin predicted comes true, and you have to pay for every chapter you want to see? Then go ahead and do it. I don't fucking care. I will still find a day job and I will live by. It's not like it's going to be my only source of income, and it's not like this makes thousands of dollars per month. Literally. From ad network, I will show you. Like, you guys may think I tell lies, but here, see how much I make in a month with ad. This is ad true. Alright, I will show you the last month ad revenue. Last month, run report. Last month, fucking idiot. Yeah, this is my ad revenue in a whole month, $92.5. Do you think that justifies the work we do? But we don't care, and we even give share to the translator from this amount, and that the rest comes to me. And you guys really want to bitch about that? Well done. Well, if you guys want me to stop Scanlation, just say it in face. Do not come in rounds and rounds. And who those people who are saying I'm going to report your YouTube channel, feel free, mate. I do not make a shit, like a tiny piece of shit from YouTube. Like it isn't even monetized. Because you know what? Because the series that I did before, he uploads, I get script content, I can't pay the fucking mangaka who actually does the work. And you guys are supporting that, so good. You guys are making it more possible. So the mangaka goes to the companies that buys copyrights and lock it behind a paywall. Well done. That's all for me. And if you guys want me to stop, just stop. Just say in the chat or comments or Discord DM me, just stop. If the majority of you want me to stop, I promise. I fucking promise by next week you won't see this group anymore. I'm done.